really Captain Gerald's kid? If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now.
I don't mean to cause you discomfort. It's just that the contrast between you and your father is striking. This seems as fine an occasion as any to air my grievances. I do not think you grasp the significance of the responsibility you bear. To be blunt, it would have been better had you never shown your face here.
How could you possibly be so dense?
She's hiding something, that much is clear.
I can't believe someone like you exists in Foldin. It's too strange.
If you think that's weird, consider the fact that Rhea hired Teach despite all that.
Oh dear, I was expecting you to argue, not to agree right away.
Hey everyone, I wanted to start with a quick thank you to everyone for supporting the channel. The response to Season 3 has been absolutely huge. I am floored by it. Thank you all for being here, whether you're just joining the party to see the Foldin Deer or whether you've been here since that first video posted a year ago. Thank you for being here. Now let's tie up some loose ends from last time. Here is Lysithea finally getting that fighter certification she's been working for at level 5. Getting 3 additional strength, 2 additional defense, so she might not die anytime someone looks at her funny. Here is Lawrence beginning the process of taking his shirt off, starting with those sleeves.
All that hard work's paid off.
And has it though, Leonie? Has it though? We still have a few people left that haven't crossed that level 5 threshold. So, we're going to show another auxiliary battle, just a standard regular one for money. And they're not actually boring yet, because everyone still sucks a little. I mean, they will the whole time. But some of us aren't even at level 5 when we can get a class. So we'll start things off with Claude drawing out an Armor Knight, dealing a whole bunch of damage with wind magic. Wyleth dunking on everyone, despite her ineptitude at everything else. And now we have to see how the squad will deal with 4 units total. I believe we'll need the combined efforts of everyone in order to deal with this first wave. Here comes Raphael, still working toward level 5. Does he get it? He does! That curved shot is good enough.
I think I've gotten stronger.
And you literally have, Raphael. At level 5, you have learned to describe things as you see them. Excellent. Now, Hilda also waiting on level 5. It looks like she can double one of these with her Thunder. Not quite as impressive as Claude's wind magic, but, you know, what can we expect from someone that hasn't certified as anything? Monk Claude dealing more damage to these Armor Knights. Doesn't look like a smash with a regular weapon's going to do it. We're going to have to spend some Steel Axe charges, and there Lysithea breaks on through, showing what that class certification can really do. Balthus, you can literally deal some damage, so there you go, buddy. You also got to work up to level 5. Looks like you're going to have a little bit rougher of a time with it than Raphael did. Ignatz doesn't want to risk a counterattack, so we'll just smash through with his Iron Axe.
Who knew?
And I think that was a male one, so Ignatz doesn't just kill women like he did in the first episode of the season. Good to know. Now, Lawrence. Looks like you can break through with that sewing needle a little bit. Gotta get some metal into that quilt. We'll move up Wyleth a little bit just to give the XP boost to Marianne here as she pulls a Lysithea and smashes through that armor. Let's see, who's coming at us now? A couple more armor units and a guy with a sword. And I think we will have Marianne, Wyleth, and Lawrence go up as the offensive crew on the left side of the map, while everyone else is over here trying to deal with the units that come in. Hilda can position herself between these Armor Knights and get that one down to 1. So now Balthus should be able to finish it with a curved shot on anything, given that he is getting the buff from Hilda. Will that be good enough? Nope. 5 away from 5. Way to troll us, Balthus. Well, it would be nice if we could land this gambit. And not nice enough to entice Raphael, but should be able to tank decently well. I think his defense is okay. And okay is as good as things get around here. So let's deal some 0 damage for some incidental weapon XP, shift our secondary crew up over there, and see what awaits us. Armor Knight coming in at Ignatz. Ignatz actually breaks through to deal damage with his gauntlets. That's kind of funny. 12 damage coming in on Raphael, 13 with his counterattack, so net positive. Wyleth doesn't double that one, so it looks like Lawrence and Marianne can pick up some experience on that one. We might need to use gambits here to keep Marianne and Lawrence safe, though, so let's hope this 65 will work out. And despite the warp in reality, it did in fact hit. It's just not something that the game expected us to do with this crew. A simple training bow here will get Lawrence into the higher tiers of the Garrigmach Sewing Club,
Beginning to understand.
where we have Needle and Thread Prowess 1. Wyleth is the faculty supervisor of the club, unfortunately, so there's no escaping her that way. Ooh, fruit. Okay, Claude looks to be the damage powerhouse on all of these armor units, so he is going to try and blow that away, but unfortunately metal is really heavy. So we will have Hilda and the cheerleading squad here heal up Ignatz and Raphael before we move Balthus over to get the Hilda buff. And it looks like he can't kill either of these single-handedly, but he is so close to level 5, he shouldn't need a kill to get the level, right? Right? That's how it works. Okay, that is how it works. Oh, actually a pretty good level, and about those brawls, Balthus, that's Ignatz's job. Try not to step on his toes. Raphael is going to be a baller, getting melee with the mini bow, since he doesn't have a clear understanding of what you're supposed to use them for yet. Maybe just hit them over the head with the bow. Now then, Leone can close into melee, use some fire, and arson works at any distance. Ignatz. Well, doesn't look like Ignatz can one-shot it with any normal attacks, so he's going to try and just freeze it in place. And, of course, he'll lure it back, so Claude, I think, is in danger, but he should have a pretty decent shot at dodging. Armor Knight moving on in, coming at Marianne. She can't hit back with her carnival wooden mallet. Hilda gets a really disastrous exchange of damage here, but she is okay. And some enemy units running in who knows what direction or why. Okay, Claude did pull off the dodge. That's good. Now we still have the Wyleth crew over here. Wyleth can shoot through armor like it is nothing. Now the question is, can Lawrence and Marianne do anything with that? Lawrence can dent the armor a little bit. You know, that'll show him. It'll have to take a day to repair that. And Marianne can smash on through.
Was that helpful?
Steel axes are expensive, and it was helpful, but we'll see if the investment was worth it.
How much more I can learn.
Kinda. We'll see if you actually manage to up your defense so much that the class certification doesn't matter. Okay, Ignatz. We don't want you to rob everyone of all the experience, so we're going to intentionally have you not kill that.
Use a break.
And now Hilda still needs to get to level 5, so she is going to go for this kill, just slice it open with that iron sword. And still not good enough. Hilda still has a little bit of work to do. Okay, Raphael. Can you kill this with the iron sword and Hilda's buff? It looks like you can. So let's have you do that.
Plenty more where that came from.
Glad you can swing a sword more than once, Raphael. Okay, then. Claude will bring this one to the brink of death. which theoretically should mean someone else can kill it. Leonie, for example. Could have done a lot of that on her own, it looks like.
Another one down.
But either way, she gets the kill and gets to level 6. Fancy.
Gotta keep improving.
Yes, you do. I don't know why you think that was an improvement you need to keep doing, given that you didn't raise your magic. But we get what we get. Balthus can't break through with his stick. It turns out metal is stronger than sticks, little known fact. Have one more Armor Knight over here. We'll have Leonie get things started. And she's going to get things ended, too.
This is my favorite part.
The
Not bad.
killing it with fire part? That is pretty exciting, I'll give you that. Now we'll do some healing and repositioning. We'll get a bunch of experience just from the random healing. And I think we're going to move everyone back toward the starting position because it looks like that's where the enemies are running. We'll just do a whole bunch of running around and healing, seeing where the enemies actually go. Yeah, they're all heading toward the left. So everyone just keep on repositioning, getting those heals in for the XP, and we'll engage them when they get here. Okay, Hilda, you've been doing so much healing. There we go! Up to level 5.
Oh dear, maybe I was too lazy.
You said it, not me. Okay. We'll just keep that charade going for a while, and maybe the enemies will decide to engage us at some point. We'll get Marianne there for linked attack value. We'll move Lawrence over here, and we'll have Leonie intercept the enemies, since she can get even more XP down from healing Marianne.
Getting the hang of it.
She even gets extra faith levels and Nosferatu. So we'll move at least Claude next to Leonie so she gets her damage buff. Oh, even gets the dodge, and the enemy does too. They're learning our tactics faster than we can possibly learn much of anything. Everyone's lined up back there. I wonder if we have any way to take advantage of that. We may or may not. That is a legitimate question. We could have Wyleth steal the kill on that Armor Knight, or just deal a bunch of damage over here. She has enough experience, given that she literally just got to level 10 doing that.
We must all do our part.
That is a wonderfully terrible level, and I admire your spirit for it. Claude, it looks like can just off one of these, so let's get the front one out of the way. And now we have Wyleth and Claude providing linked attack value on the front Armor Knight. Claude's level also pretty bad. Keeping in the spirit of the channel. Let's have Lysithea also provide some support, and then we'll see if we can get the assault troop going on that full line of 4. Would that not be exciting? Let's flip this coin. Well, technically, given how bad the squad is, it is hard to underestimate us ever. In order for it to be an underestimate, it has to be incorrect. Steel bow shot from Raphael gets him up to level 6.
Still got room to grow.
Yeah, you do. Understatement of the battle here, Raphael. Now, Balthus also can get a steel shot down to finish that one off. Fresh out of what? Who's to say? Claude holding the lance here. Looks like that was a pretty bad call, given that he just got really messed up. Raphael did as well, holding that steel bow. Even Wyleth takes uncountered damage. But everyone is alive, which is all that matters. And now Ignatz is going to call in his posse and beat this guy up. Looks like his posse is even going to fly in because Ignatz has friends in high places. And yes, you did win. Your last name is Victor, after all. Here comes Hilda with a little bow shot. And Balthus, do you need Hilda's buff? Well, technically, if you got it, you would have killed him. So, good positioning there, Balthus. So who wants to steal that kill? Lysithea can come in and get it. She's at a pretty low level 5. She's going to get it with the gauntlets for style points. You were indeed outmatched by a small child coming up to lightly tap you. Here comes a bow shot from Wyleth, intentionally using the heavier bow so as to not double and steal the kill from everyone. We have a few units left still to act. Looks like Raphael can kill things single-handedly, so he's going to pull his punches a little bit. And we'll move over Leonie. She can get some extra experience by moving next to Wyleth and healing up Raphael. That's good enough to take her to level 7. Ooh.
Can't get comfortable.
No, we can't, because you seem to be perfectly content to not raise your magic stat. Okay, that thing is at such low HP that we're going to count on Marianne to finish things off, get some incidental XP on Claude. And Lawrence actually needs a little more experience than Marianne does somehow. So he's going to punch it out and not get to level 6, very specifically. Who gets MVP? But Raphael, good for him.
There we go. Time for a break.
All right, we'll take that suggestion. He earned it. So as you can see from our statuses, we are very close to getting to C in some of these things that we are studying. Not all that close on everyone, but that'll be really important as we get to our next arc, which is getting to level 10 on everybody. But now that we have crossed the level 5 threshold with the whole A-team, here we have some more promotions. Raphael, after taking that little break, presumably to eat, he gets a whole lot of magic power and the ability to maybe not die in one hit to any magic attack.
Ah, shucks.
Similar story for Hilda. Yeah, indeed you did do it. And Balthus gets to be a soldier, which is lucky apparently. Soldier of Fortune is just every soldier. Speaking of a break that Raphael called, well, they're going to take a break from Wyleth's teaching for a moment and have Hanneman do it. Hanneman actually knows how to teach his subject, and Wyleth is just learning about this learning thing for the first time. So we'll see a whole lot of people getting to level 1 in Reason. Next up, we have the assault at the Rite of Rebirth. So we've got to defend the monastery in the Holy Mausoleum. Sothis, help us.
Spot on. Looks like we have company.
Those Central Church dastards have spotted us. Buy me some time while I open the seal on the casket.
I'm on it.
That single guy is on it.
I got this.
All right, we have to start ourselves off. We will position Raphael, Ignatz, and Claude over on the left as one squad. Ignatz and the victors, if you will.
Knight, prove your strength and scatter these fools.
I don't take commands or waste my time on weaklings.
Oh, then you can just kind of wander off then.
I'm getting a really disturbing vibe from that guy. No one go near the evil-looking knight, okay?
Claude offering better advice than Wyleth's got for this situation. Marianne was positioned to draw out this mage, which was one of our better options, believe it or not, after seeing what happened. Leonie is holding the chalice, and so she gets to dodge and counterattack there. But that archer's still looking pretty healthy. So let's see what we can do. Balthus can get us started with a curved shot on the mage. These enemies seem to be significantly tougher than what we were dealing with at the previous auxiliary battle. So we're going to have to exploit some of these ranges at which they cannot counterattack. Lysithea is just going to cycle through these weapons for a while before deciding to deal her 6 damage with her punches. Now, Marianne can deal a bit more damage if we spend a lot of weapon charges. We'll just smash with the training axe to make sure we accomplish something, anything. And we'll come on in with Wyleth. She has her signature pointy stick, but we do have to resort to... Oh, dear. We have to resort to just missing with our iron bow. Now we might be in some trouble. Hilda is going to deal exactly 1 damage out of desperation for her exactly 1 experience point. But that means Lawrence can come in and deal the finishing blow on the mage to get himself up to level 6.
I'm still not satisfied.
You should be. Honestly, I don't say this a lot on this channel, but you should be satisfied with that. That was quite the level. I hope you learned that. Alright. We are going to have to pull back Claude to help deal with this. And he doesn't want to spend 2 charges of wind, so there he goes with an incredible crit. It was amazing, Marianne. Thanks for that little self-esteem boost on Claude. We'll move Raphael and Ignatz up here. Raphael can come in with a curved shot to start the bidding on that guy. And Ignatz should be able to deal with the attack coming in. Oh, looks like he has shifted his sights over to Raphael to deal 1 damage. Presumably he would have died from Ignatz's counterattack or something, or maybe it was more accurate. I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on up with Raphael, given that his defense is still a little absurd. And we'll have Ignatz finish things off as he is wont to do.
I did it! I did!
You really did, Ignatz. I believe. We'll move Claude back to go with the Raph and Ignatz group. Wyleth getting a good dodge there. Bad damage exchange for Raphael. Good one for Wyleth. And she even learned something.
The glory of progress.
Yep, she still wants that status within the Garrigmach Sewing Club, even though she's the teacher and they're the students. Now then, Hilda, we have some incredibly weak magic or some incredibly weak bow work. But our magic is limited, so fire away with that big needle. Balthus, keep it going. You know what you need to do. Fire away with one of them. There we go with the mini bow. 7 more damage to go. 4 more experience before he's at level 6. People get tantalizingly close here. Okay, Lysithea, looks like the lance is the most accurate weapon you have. Good thing, too, because you would have gotten thoroughly messed up if it countered.
I don't have time for failure.
Get used to it. Clear your schedule, because there's a lot coming. Okay, Wyleth. Can you clean anything up? You can start things off with that dude, dealing a pretty significant amount of damage. And then Lawrence can move in next to you for the XP boost. Gets a good amount of damage there. I think the best we can do at this juncture is just have Wyleth and Lawrence block the path so that we don't get too disastrously messed up in the back lines. Here, Raphael can deal literal damage with his fire attacks. And then Ignatz can deal actual damage with his punches. Level 9 for Ignatz.
I'll try even harder.
Getting all those offensive stats. Ignatz is going for the kill. Okay, Claude rounding out the group of 3 over here. He's going to throw some wind in someone's face, mildly inconvenience them.
The reinforcements haven't arrived? If they approach from behind, we can attack them from both sides.
What you want to do as a tactician is broadcast your plans to the entire room. Make sure everyone knows about them. Okay, Lysithea is not looking great. And Lawrence also not looking great. 69 until his next level. Nice.
Let me paint you a picture.
And Ignatz has a picture of putting that guy on the brink of death, just so he can see what's coming. Don't want to actually kill him, though. That's right out. Now, Balthus. Get the curved shot going. Make that a little weaker, and get yourself to level 6.
That's life.
It is for us. It's as accurate as it is depressing.
Let us be cautious.
Caution is a little overrated right now. We need DPS. So there we go with Lawrence. And we're going to have to use more curved shots just so we actually have space to attack all these things. And the crest activation doesn't actually kill that one. It leaves it somewhere where Marianne and Lysithea might be able to make the difference. Got a hit with one of these. All right, the first one.
Of course I won.
I don't know that that's an of course situation. We may need to review our idioms. I understand it that at your young age, it might be hard to parse those out. We're going to attack this one first in melee because it counters at range. And I don't think it has Vantage or anything like that. So we should be safe to go in with this 100% to hit attack. There we go.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
And Hilda's still stubbornly at level 5 rather than 6, like most of the squad. We'll move Leone over to heal up Lawrence, who is closer to the front line.
Ready anytime.
And then we're back to the Ignatz crew. Looks like this one is defenseless, and we know what to do with defenseless people. We've seen Linhart in Season 1.
Hey, look at you.
And Claude likes it. He appreciates the energy. I do too. Raphael has a 94% chance to off this one, and he does it. Raphael making all the accurate statements today. We will heal up Ignatz because he is inviting out another enemy. And mages, they have nothing on Ignatz. 3 damage, come on. Alright, we'll reposition over on the right with the remainder of the squad, having Marianne and Wylith draw out some enemies. And now we have to cooperate with Ignatz and the Victors to overcome this mage that has come forward. A curved shot out of counterattack range starts things off, and can Ignatz just finish it from here? No. He does have to risk another counterattack, but it's fine, because it is negligible damage.
I feel like I get it now.
Ooh, Fating Blow, that could be useful. And now Claude has to finish things off. He has to take out a weapon,
Sweet dreams.
but it does work out. And Claude's speed and resistance leaves something to be desired, I'd say, especially in comparison to Ignatz. Marianne also can't tank magic quite as well as Ignatz for some reason. More mages coming from the back. Okay. Ignatz crew, same situation over here. Start with a curved shot before closing in with Ignatz. He can go to the normal floor, or he can go on up here. And if he throws that hand axe, he actually has to take 2 counterattacks, which should still be fine. Ignatz has an endless reservoir of health after all. And we'll just switch Claude's weapon to his own magic and heal up Ignatz. So Claude gets to level 10 of all
Progress
things.
suits me well.
More speed, I guess, is okay. Get doubled less. Over on the right side, we have a couple of dangerous mages and not as much big DPS. So let us curved shot the offense mage and just shoot this one that doesn't have a weapon equipped. We can kind of take it slow on that one. Lawrence can only get in position to attack it. And with Hilda's buff, he almost kills it. Not quite. Importantly, not quite.
I am still far from my
Another
best.
pretty good level for Lawrence. Strength and accuracy are always good things to have. Can Leone help us out on this Dark Mage? It's like we can kill it with the axe. 68% isn't quite hilarious, but it is good enough to get the kill. And now we have several opportunities to try and off this thing. Lysithea, can you nail 2 hits in a row? You can. And we will now just reposition Marianne and Balthus and see what comes on the enemy turn. Miasma coming in on Claude, and the wind not being powerful enough to finish that one off. And those 3 will step forward. And Raphael will ask this Dark Mage to make peace with whatever god he can. Raphael gets to level 7. Huh, indeed. More strength. I do wish that monk certification would help you get some magic, but we can't always get what we want, can we? We'll move back a lot of the right squad to engage these mages, since we'll need some time to work them down, and we'll keep Marianne, Lysithea, and Hilda going up on the right side. Gambit coming on Ignatz, but Ignatz is invincible. So now, Wylith probably has to be the one to attract the other 2 mages, and we'll just have to rely on the rest of the squad to finish off the one that has already attacked. So we'll have Balthus curved shot it down to 11.
Got room to grow.
Ooh, he gets rally strength, and he'll be able to get a better battalion later. That could be important. Lawrence has enough damage output to finish this off.
Can't compete with me.
His battalion gets up to the full level 5, so he gets a nice little power boost there. We'll have Hilda open that chest, reposition, and come back to the Wrath Pack, or Ignatz and the Victors. Everyone's kind of fighting over the name of this little trio still. But, get a good steel bow shot. I think Claude might be in a little bit of trouble. So we'll have Ignatz just remove one from the map, reposition Claude, and take a swig of this Vulnerary, get some liquid courage going, and hope for the best. Balthus deals half as much damage as he took and gets some kind of debuff. And Wylith actually gets a productive exchange of damage there. Doubling Raphael instead of attacking Claude. Bold move. Okay, we got some problems here that it looks like Wylith can't just immediately bail us out of. That axe won't kill it. The Iron Bow does kill this one straight away, so we do luckily hit the 82% shot. And we've got some healing to do. So Leonie gets to level 8 from her charity.
Can I get a do-over?
Maybe you should ask again for another few levels and it'll come true. Lawrence can't quite get to that enemy, so we're just going to have to deal with taking another shot from it. Claude looks to be in no immediate danger if we can kill this enemy off. And, well, he really wants to minimize that danger, so there goes a crit.
I see. It's all making sense.
And that even gets him to Authority C, so we don't have a whole lot of fancy battalions available, but he can get one at the conclusion of this battle. Fire away with the steel bow gets Raphael to the middle of level 7. Lovely. And Ignatz can't quite get into enemy range, but he will move on up. Let's do some healing with Hilda, and she finally gets to level 6.
I think, yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
You know what? By certain definitions, you are. You got more offensive capacity. I like it. Can't criticize it. Well, I could. I'm just not. Leonie's still holding that chalice. Long-range training swords for the win. Balthus, help us out. We need as much damage output as we can to make sure that this dies when someone attacks it. Finally, that crest actually got him some HP. And Wylith, let's just have you stand where you are, fire away.
That is that.
And the melee bow action gets us a kill. Now we can reposition, do some healing, do some trading stuff, open a chest, do a bunch of rallying, get Lawrence in position, and move forward Raphael. So let's use the mini bow, since that means he has the best defensive stats when people come for him. Looks like that'll attack Ignatz anyway. Who would want to attack Ignatz? Who would opt into that after seeing that? Ignatz gets to level 10, joining the big intermediate class club.
I'm getting better.
And he actually is. Ignatz on fire with those stats. Claude believes in Ignatz. He is a big supporter of the victors here. What have the enemies got for us? Going for Raphael, dealing a tiny bit of damage. You know, doing something to help his self-esteem out. Couple attacks coming at Lawrence. And now we have to somehow figure out this problem. We'll have Marianne step up to the plate and see if an onslaught can hit. She has 2 of these, so we'll have another one left to use on the Death Knight if need be. That should make this puzzle significantly easier for this little sub-segment of the squad. Lysithea can even get a kill with her training bow, getting her to level 7.
I don't have time for failure.
I told you, get a planner. Think about how you can fit it in. It is unavoidable. Hilda, dealing her pathetic little chip damage, but it is damage nonetheless. And it sets up Lawrence to move up here and deal a ton of damage. There he goes. And what's classier than ripping your sleeves off and punching somebody to death? Here comes some healing from Leone. And Wylith and Balthus are just going to take a walk. Yeah, wasn't that nice and relaxing? Just don't walk into the Death Knight, Wylith. You're not that dumb, are you? Okay, then. Back over here, the Ignatz and the Victors have one more enemy to dispatch. So who's going to get the honor of killing it off? Raphael could with that steel bow, but he needs some more experience with his magic. So he's going to light it up and let Ignatz do the honors. Let's get some axe experience on him. Chop it down.
It worked out.
Don't get any lumber out of a person, though. These are the kinds of lessons we need to learn. Now, we have 2 more enemies, maybe 3 that we have to get through before we can challenge the Death Knight 1 on 10. Don't tell him that. Okay, Hilda. Let's just practice up your reason while we can. And move Lawrence in to exploit your personal skill. There we go.
A trivial victory.
Good enough to get Lawrence to level 8.
I'm still not satisfied.
Again, Lawrence, with a level like that, you kinda should be. But, you know, they just learned not to listen at this point, which is a pretty good adaptive skill, I guess. Reposition Ignatz and the rest of the pack. And hope that we don't get struck by lightning. Good job, Ignatz. Looks like there are 4 units we have to kill before we go engage the Death Knight. Just a few more. So, Hilda, keep on practicing that thunder. Balthus will once again use Hilda's buff as well as he can. Just go with the mini bow, try to be accurate. Nail the 90%. Good. Okay, Lysithea has a grudge against this unit. Can we nail 2 in a row? We can.
You're outmatched.
And now we can dedicate ourselves to repositioning and finishing off this mage over here. Ignatz does not fear consequences, just 3 damage from being lit on fire, but Ignatz thrives in the fire of competition. Raphael can't win that firefight, so he's going to bring a mini bow to a magic fight.
Plenty more where that came from.
And Claude, just heal up the little boo-boo on Ignatz there. One more, and then it is just us and the Death Knight. Let's get a curved shot in, curving the bow shot, not the screen, Raphael. Thank you for listening. And now we can move in Wylith. Somebody will have to be the one that actually draws out the Death Knight. I think it has to be her, since we have to avoid getting critted straight away, and Wylith's luck is pretty good.
Let's all do our part.
If your part is strength, then you're already doing it, it looks like. Even stronger than Ignatz.
That helps.
Didn't think I'd ever have to use that phrase. There goes a heal down on Lawrence. We'll reposition.
Don't waste it.
And Ignatz just 3-0 on these gambits. Let's have Raphael go ahead and finish this unit off.
Won that.
And we'll get to level 8 on Raph.
I think I've gotten stronger.
You actually haven't. We're regressing. Our statements are no longer factual. We'll do some repositioning and healing and rallying. We get speed and defense from Ignatz and Balthus. And ooh, look at that. We have some offensive white magic coming down for Claude. All right, Death Knight.
Off to a flame.
Please do not just kill us. Okay, we successfully lived and got a pretty strong counterattack.
If you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
Oh, you have no idea. I've been sabotaging the whole army. Okay, well, I think it is literally just Wylith that can survive a little tussle with the Death Knight, so let's get some incredibly low damage gambits coming on in. Gets struck by lightning to take 2. Wylith can't get healed enough to actually attack again, so we'll just try to blow him up.
It's time.
And by try, I mean get a 100% shot to do so. There goes another 7. I think Ignatz is our power player, so we're going to have to rally up his strength, not defense, which is what Balthus actually has. Misspoke before. We need more damage to come in with this assault troop. This will be another 4. Okay, I don't know if anyone else can actually deal meaningful damage with their gambits. We can move Hilda over to provide her buff, so that when Ignatz goes in, he gets the extra 3. Let's rally up his strength. And can we do it? We have a smash and an iron axe. 21! It'll just do it. It's 100% because it's Ignatz. He cannot fail. Excellent. Here he goes.
I didn't expect to encounter someone like you.
Few people do.
Fortunate.
Encountering someone like Ignatz is one of the most dangerous things that can happen to a person. And we get that Dark Seal for Raphael. And, Raph, let's not start with the, quote, boss unit, unquote, quite yet. Just move everyone around so that we can have a smooth, easy process in dealing with this. We'll have Wylith start the process off.
You're too late. The seal will be broken any minute now.
Well, we can't tolerate seal hunting here. Clubbing seals just... no. It's not okay. Raphael will finally get that curved shot off that he's been thinking about for the past several turns.
I think I get it now.
And he also gets rally strength, so he and Balthus can go around and just, like, pad their muscles on people, I guess. Anyway, Lysithea is going to finish the level and get herself to level 8.
There's still a long way to go.
There is. There's a long way to go for you to figure out how to fit failure into your schedule.
It's no use. The seal is broken. You can't...
Huh, indeed. That is a good reaction to everything on this channel, and who else but Ignatz? What's this?
That must have been frustrating to watch.
I'm happy to help you out with anything you need done for your class.
You have no idea how many
Betcha.
needs I have.
I'm your guy, Professor. Since, you know, you can't exactly add me to your class or anything.
Too late, no takebacks. Cyril joins the squad as we are getting closer to level 10 with a whole bunch of people. Cyril will join in studying magic with the crew of Raphael, Hilda, and Leonie. So we'll see how all that magic progresses. Claude actually has the skills to certify as a priest. So here is Father Von Regan himself.
By the way, Claude, are you really the heir of House Regan?
I was born to an offshoot of House Regan.
Wait, what?
I was born to an offshoot of House Regan.
Ah! What? Ridiculous! Nice try, Claude, but I'm on to you.
Who has something to hide now? Finally, the squad is at a point where some of these random quest side battles are boring. There's not a whole lot to show, so we'll just see the level ups and the crazy critical hits.
You're amazing.
Like that one from Leonie. Indeed, it was amazing. The Foldin Deer are so supportive of each other. Here comes a huge smash from Marianne.
It's starting to make sense.
Indeed, splitting people's heads open.
I'm impressed.
Hilda really likes that energy. Here's a level for Father Claude. Still a monk, though. He has to master that to get the extra magic.
You've got to try.
Wylith is going to try and blow things up, and maybe you didn't have to try.
That could have gone better.
Thanks for that.
Hilda using her heal powers to get to level 7. She's a bit behind.
I think. Yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
Again, only under certain definitions.
Thanks. I will master this.
Physic? That's a huge game changer for our squad's healing. Big crit there from Ignatz, single-handedly ending that enemy.
Much needed.
Heal coming down for Claude, and there he goes.
Reach the pinnacle.
Now he has mastered Monk, he can officially reclass into Priest in the next battle. Now then, we have to finish off this final unit. Let's move Lawrence over close to Wylith.
Magnificent.
And who gets MVP for this one? Lawrence. Since our professor level is so low, we only get one battle at a time, so here's another round of training.
I think it's coming along.
More people are just
yeah,
inching closer
get the hang of it.
to being at a point where they
getting
can
the hang
take
of
those
this.
certification
I can
exams
really
at
do this.
intermediate, and we're getting a lot more people with relevant skills. So here is another quest battle. Another notable thing about the one we just did is that we opened up some of the merchants at Garrigmach. So that'll be really relevant once we can start using the blacksmith, since we'll be able to buy smithing stones. Balthus getting himself up to level 7.
That's life.
Has he said that every time? I think he has gotten a bad level literally every time.
Sorry.
Here is Marianne rolling the dice on level 8.
Is this power really mine?
The power of substandard luck. Yes, I think that one actually is yours. Here's Leone coming up to level 9.
Can I get a do-over?
Ask me again, Leone. It only gets better every time. Fire coming out from Raphael to get him to level 9. Yep, I agree. Yeah, you put that money away. Did you really earn it? Think about that. Lawrence gets MVP again. Here we go with the Gautier Inheritance, the Conan Tower battle with Miklon. Let's see how things get started off. Well, of course, we've got some dialogue.
We're almost to the top floor.
Phew. Why did we have to climb so high before a battle? At least it's better than fighting in heavy rain.
We could have tried to just shoot our bows up to the top of the tower from the ground, I guess. Good strategy advice there, Claude. We'll have Raphael run in, given that he has a whole bunch of defense. Speed him up with Ignatz. And actually launch the first attack of the battle here with Wyleth shooting through a solid wall. And it turns out that that doesn't actually work.
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
So, shooting straight into the solid wall is how she gets stronger and learns some additional skills. We'll reposition everyone, moving on forward to join the squad. Raphael actually takes quite a bit of damage from that axe hit, but deals more out with his fire attacks. We are so proud of him. Gilbert moving to pretty dangerous situation since he's hugging the walls, just waiting to draw every enemy on the map toward us. Let's just have Wyleth get rid of this. We have enough problems to deal with, given that there will be reinforcements coming from the back straight away. We'll move up Hilda a little bit to get some practice in with Thunder. And let's see if we have what it takes to finish off this single axe-wielding unit. Here comes 5 damage from Lysithea. And Marianne, can you finish this? Smash from your training axe is good enough. So let's whack-a-mole here with your big old mallet.
Sorry.
And it works out. Let's just move around, get ready for those reinforcements.
Captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools! Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
Yeah, we're already on that, Gilbert, but thanks for the heads up. Gilbert taking a good bit of damage there. I don't think there's actually any reward for keeping him alive. Looks like those swords can go straight through his armor already. Oh, he actually hit with that steel axe. I don't know that I've seen him do that before. Okay, now we can bail Gilbert out, maybe. Let's start things off with a win from Claude. Move in with Raphael, who can actually win a mage duel with that mage. 2 damage from the fire, lit up those robes. Now we've got a little more work to do. Hilda actually learned Thoron, so that's pretty exciting. She'll do some damage up front. And then Balthus can use his curved shot tricks to get the damage buff that he doesn't actually need since he killed it by more than 3. But it is fancy nonetheless. Now we can move Leone in next to Claude so that if she gets attacked, she'll counterattack with her little buff. And we'll actually physic up Gilbert because we're keeping him alive for some reason. And in traditional Garrigmach Sewing Club style, we'll deal a single damage, and Marianne gets to be an official full member of the Sewing Club with Bow Prowess 1. Here comes 2 damage with Lysithea because she's been in the club a little longer, and has exchange student Cyril joining her as the first adjutant because Wyleth has done enough fishing to get up to Professor level C before this battle. Everyone is very impressed by the fact that she knows what a fish is. Lawrence has gotten some upgraded mittens here, and they'll take him to level 9.
I am still far from my best.
I would hope so, looking at your overall stats, but your levels have actually been pretty decent, Lawrence.
Ready anytime.
Ignatz is going to do some item trading off-screen and rally up Wylith just to build some support. Raphael does not win that mage duel, not by any stretch of the imagination. Claude, however, was preparing for one, so he gets a double wind off. And Gilbert will do what he does best and miss with that axe while taking a tremendous amount of damage from the counterattack. Balthus, still next to Hilda, can put out some mean damage. That mage is a little more dangerous, so let's curved shot that with the Iron Bow Plus. Plus, because, as we said, we got those merchants to come in and start selling those smithing stones. Raphael has a sword that he just remembered, so he's going to take a swing with that. And Leone is going to take this one to the brink of death. See the fear in its eyes before Hilda gets the final blow with her sword that she just remembered she had.
Hilda! Hilda!
And finally, Hilda gets to level 8.
I'm still a delicate flower, you know.
Flowers can be dangerous, depending on what the flower is, so I like those offensive stats. Claude is going to take matters into his own hands, and Father Von Regen there will use restore, refresh, something. The one that restores a lot of HP.
My compliments.
Oh, the enemies have Physic too? Come on, we only have one person that can do that. Alright, Wylith wants to see what's in here. It's an Armor Slayer. Oh, fancy kitchen knife that cuts through the toughest steaks. Hand axe coming down from Ignatz, who is now completely immune to that fire. Marianne is going to whack yet another mole with her big wooden mallet. And we'll keep on moving. The Physic Warrior is going to return to its place. I guess we showed it its place in society. Keep on moving and healing. Father Von Regen is going to move Gilbert back out of the danger zone as we reposition to get the mage squad ready to intercept those reinforcements. And move the other half of the squad up to ready for those ambush spawns in the corner. Raphael not in great physical shape, but he goes up to level 10.
I think I've gotten stronger.
And he's back to being right about those observations. You've, waffled a little bit on that, Raphael. And that Physic Mage is just rounding the corner. Where is Gilbert going? Claude, keep him in line. Raphael, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need to count on your charm to get us out of this situation. And it worked! Charming young man he is. Okay, then. Hilda, come on forward. You have enough damage output to kill this one, so finish it on off.
I'm all sweaty.
Balthus, you don't actually have to use a curved shot right now, so just go ahead and fire that Iron Bow Plus. And Leone has a pretty simple shot on this one. Yeah, let's not complicate things with the Nosferatu. Just set him on fire. Our usual solution to most things. Level 10 for Leone.
Can't get comfortable.
You didn't ask for a do-over this time. Even though you missed increasing your magic or any offensive stat. So I guess you've learned to accept some mediocrity. Balthus just away from an equivalent exchange of damage there. Oh, will he actually live? Yeah, he'll just barely live here. Good. And not get a level. Excellent. Just where we want to be. move this half of the squad up. We'll get Lawrence and Ignatz ready to intercept, or at least not die, to the first wave of ambush spawns. Balthus actually going to get to level 8 now.
That's life.
Existential dread coming in from Balthus. Raphael has a big, powerful steel bow that will teach that other mage a lesson. And Hilda will do a little bit of healing. Claude, recover! That's the word I was looking for. That'll get Father Von Regen to level 12.
I expected as much.
A really good one, outside of the fact that we didn't get any offensive stats. We just got all the other ones.
Thanks for that.
Gilbert, once again, trying to get us in trouble. Let's reposition, try to reunite the squad. I think Gilbert may still be causing problems.
Attack them from both sides. It's an ambush.
You don't know the half of it. I think it's more than an ambush. It is the beginning of an all-out war. Yep. Okay.
Stay focused.
Now Gilbert is just asking for literally everyone to come forward. We're going to have to use Wyleth to thin out their ranks a bit. So when the full squad meets the Legion coming for us,
such power dwells
it won't
within.
be quite ready to cream everyone. Good level there on Wyleth, actually. We'll reposition, move that half of the squad back, move the mage squad forward. Fire coming in on Wyleth. She does not really care, as she sews that one into the wider death tapestry of the squad. So here's the question. Is that Conan Tower platform the background they use in the Crimson Flower route when you're not in the monastery, but you're exploring?
For now, I must retreat.
Is this where you're running around? Because I recognize some of those boxes and stuff. Okay, Wyleth still fighting the good fight over here. We'll just get out of counterattack range and try to end this thing. The curved shot gets it done for her. And now we can get ready for war. Raphael will get us started with 10 damage. We have more problems than I really bargained for. Lysithea, help us out. As much as 4 damage is really helping.
Perfect comprehension.
Strength plus 2 is going to be pretty significant for Lysithea. She might actually be able to deal meaningful damage now in some circumstances. The problem for Marianne and Lysithea right now really is that they can't benefit from Hilda's passive skill. That is what is giving, say, Lawrence leg up on them in terms of damage output. Balthus getting a kill there. Some healing coming down for Ignatz so that he can fearlessly charge forward. And of course, he can get the kill on his own.
I actually won.
Level 11 for Ignatz.
It's hard to be happy about this.
It really is, Ignatz. Even though it's you. More ambushes coming in. And Wyleth getting the counterattack off. And the enemies are going to move on in. There's a lot of them. Normally I show all of the enemy phase. I might have to kind of skirt that guideline a little bit here. As Wyleth
battle, a chance to grow.
whittles down the front line. Yoni, not a ton of damage coming in with that fire. These ambush units are pretty hardy. Raphael, how much damage can you put out? A little more fire, just to see if we can tear through the rest of its insulation. And then we'll just huck an axe at it. We're tired with this magical approach.
I can't believe I made
Now
it this
Ignatz
far.
is even stronger, learns how to cut through skulls, and can shove people around. Full bully mode. Here comes Lawrence to punch him out. And now we're just going to move quite quickly. There's a lot of repositioning from a lot of different squads and angles.
That helps.
But we'll just take a break here to watch Hilda get to level 9. I'm sure this will be a big blockbuster event.
I'm still a delicate flower, you know.
You got strength and magic. I guess that's worth celebrating a little. More repositioning. Woo! And now we have something to fight. Not something particularly tough. In fact, we'll just use it as a sparring dummy for Nosferatu. And then we'll shoot it with Balthus, get some target practice in. We hit! Yay! Move Lysithia in. She needs to train up her axe skills. And, oh!
I get it now.
Cyril has some HP. Cool. Marianne can come in and use her mallet again. Beastie one. And she gets to level 9.
Is this power really mine?
It kinda isn't. But we'll cross the bridge of your magic is way higher than your strength when it's more relevant. Let's get ready to intercept the army here. We see that Leone has mastered Monk now. Okay, and the first shot of the Great War here, we have actually traded the Chalice over to Ignatz. So he manages to counterattack that archer. Still gotta move back, since there's a lot of ranged attacks incoming. Let's have Wylith get rid of the frontline archer that is causing our backline units problems.
I still have much to learn.
Model leader, right. That totally describes who you are in this scenario. Great dodge there from Wylith. Get the fancy backflip animation coming in for that melee counterattack with the mini bow. And, ooh, those are some juicy gambit targets. Okay, but we are not quite in a position where we can move forward that far. We have to whittle down the front lines here.
That is that.
Wylith gets to level 13 for her antics.
Another step forward.
I don't know that I'd call that forward, more sideways. Now we'll do some rallying and moving forward. Raphael can get rid of this sword user at the front. And now I think it is only minimal units that will actually be able to attack us. And we might be able to have them go to a few different places. A lot of armor coming in. A steel bow attack on Hilda, but it actually came into range to let her counter. Not sure exactly why. They're still just bunched up in that juicy way. Excellent dodge there from Raphael, kind of unexpected. Couldn't dodge a giant axe, though. Oh. Oh, I don't think Wylith can resist the temptation. Her line, through the ages, has always used the power of pyrotechnics. So please don't mess this up this time. There we go.
Should I have held back?
It's in her blood. She knows how to make that happen. Oh, look at that AoE. Okay, now we are safe from that huge pod for at least a little bit. Claude can bring the pain to that armor knight, but not quite kill it. Just leave it on the edge of death. 1, 2, 3 from Ignatz.
I get things done.
brings that archer down, opens up some movement paths for everyone. Hilda can actually double these armor knights now. Double thunder takes that one down to 9 and gets her magic +2 and draw back. Those movement skills actually quite useful, especially since a lot of our characters won't be getting a lot of combat arts. Leone also has some double magic she can throw down. It is a little annoying that we're not actually killing these things. Let's see if we can finish any of them off. Curved shot with the steel bow is enough for Balthus to bring one down.
At least you're no coward.
And takes him to level 9.
Stronger the better.
Balthus, you missed the strength. The one time you don't just say that's life and talk about existentialism and all of the Camus you've been reading recently. Someone's here to help. Not sure exactly who, because we missed the introduction to what Raphael has planned here. But he's once again going to hit with a gambit, and Raphael also going to master the magic. So our mage squad is pretty reasonably positioned at this juncture. Let's see if Lawrence can punch on through the armor. He can, but let's use those fancy mittens so he doesn't get countered.
Magnificent.
Marianne and Lysithia, unfortunately, have to sit this battle out. That one going to heal itself. Didn't see that coming. Great dodge there from Wyleth. Can't quite counter, though. Oh. Okay. Good thing she did not get hit by that, because that would have potentially gone and hit other people. One dodge from Balthus. Unfortunately, not good enough to prevent the poison strike. And that particular unit had a death wish. Wyleth even dodged that 60% hit. Let's see if she can work that magic once more. Good job there, Wyleth. It was a little risky to go that far forward, but it paid off, it looks like. Claude can get rid of the backline armor.
That's the Foldin Deer for you.
Is it? Is that what we're all about? Is, like, going to their back ranks and offing the vulnerable? I don't know that we'd want to embrace that, really. Here comes an assault troop from Lawrence, or rather, here it goes. We got to see a whole bunch of people running. That was exciting. Fire melts down the armor from Leone. And Wyleth is pretty versatile. Let's take out this chunky unit with a lot of HP. And now Hilda can move on forward. The Thoron actually offs something, so there she goes.
You lost to me?
Now, we put Hilda pretty far forward. We're going to have to make sure that she doesn't die. So Ignatz here is going to huck an axe into somebody's head. And Balthus can come in, and looks like he can actually win this little archer battle. But a Tempest Lance with his pointy stick will be good enough to get rid of the axe user in the way. So now we should be able to get some melee fighting going on. Or just use a steel bow.
Should have trained better.
Big needles deal big damage.
Still got room to grow.
You do, particularly in the magic department. But I guess that's what class masteries are for, huh? Now we have a lot of repositioning and healing to do, but let's look at Leone's 11th level.
Can I get a do-over?
Okay, I know you've asked me at least one time to not do that, so I think you haven't hit the magic number of 10 do-over requests yet. Maybe that's when we'll actually get one. Speed on through this. Now we actually have something to fight. We want to claim this, I think it's an accuracy ring this thing is holding. We'll have Claude start us off with light breeze from the Regen region of Elmira. And a combat art trying to split open Raphael's helm. Interesting choice. It made all of the Church of Saros soldiers run away, but Raphael's fine. You can't intimidate him. Just everyone around him. Balthus, come on in with that stick of yours. We gotta train you up, so we'll have a cavalry unit. Lawrence, come on in. Show us what your punches can do. Takes it down to 6. We want it to be as accurate as we could. And now, Ignatz. You can throw that axe. There we go.
I actually won.
And that gets Ignatz to level 12.
I'll try even harder next time.
You'd better. Can't get by on just speed forever. Try asking, well, a lot of our mages for the past 2 seasons. Ooh, Helm Splitter, pretty fancy from Marianne. Deals exactly the same amount of damage that it just dealt to Raphael. Poetic justice, if I've ever seen it. Now, we've just got to get over to Miklon. So there's a lot of healing going on, a lot of repositioning just to try and make things move along faster. You don't really need to see the nitty-gritty details of this. I think you can just get the picture that they're running on forward. Run, 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 everyone. Okay, we've got to make some decisions. We're going to try and get Miklon to come forward with Leone.
So, you think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one
Well,
of you.
we'll see about that. Leone can tank this hit. Never mind.
Damn, I'm letting the captain down.
Well, yeah, being dead is kind of a letdown. Alright, guess we gotta get a new plan. We'll just keep moving everyone forward. Okay. New plan in action. Let's have Wylith start us off. She can double with the steel bow.
You think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you.
You know, with your little stunt back there, I actually believe you, which is why we're coming in to try and kill you before you can do that, because you take that relic damage even when you don't attack. Leone gets her justice.
Oh my.
And, monsters, oh my. We're going to go ahead and not put Leone into the line of fire. We're going to have Wylith be the one that draws the monster out and gets the first counterattack. Claude, from his random healing,
Life doesn't always go
gets
as planned.
a really crappy level. Okay. People are as close as they're going to be able to get. Yeah, roar. Ooh, scary monster. Yes. Oh, that actually was kind of scary. Wylith can't take many hits like that. Which is why, I suppose, we're going to use a whole bunch of gambits now. So let's strike it with some group lightning here.
Pull out all the stops.
All right, that'll open up some barriers. And we have another group attack here from Leone. So after the lightning comes the fire. Nailed that one. Okay, it is now completely stunned, so regular attacks are on the table without getting countered. Move Wylith up here. Let's use the mini bow for the double attack. Even gets some incidental HP, which could be important if she has to risk a counterattack. Marianne is going to trip, pick herself up, and then use Helm Splitter to get rid of this HP bar. Good job, Marianne. Taking out a health bar looks like it gets you the same XP as actually killing it. Huge level there from Marianne, even getting her to 10 strength. Ignatz, 4-punch combo coming in. But he has to make sure he does individual punches. He wants to give them all the focus they deserve. You wouldn't want them to think he has a favorite. Thoron coming down from Hilda. Getting her to level 10. Excellent. We're getting a lot of people to that threshold. And a big offensive level there from Hilda. She might do well as a Mortal Savant, maybe. But I think she has to use Faith, which is unfortunate. Now then, Balthus can come in with the steel bow, takes this health bar down to 17. Lysithia. Damage output not looking too impressive. We'll smash with the Steel Axe. We do miss that crit, unfortunately. I think Lawrence can finish this off. Does he have a big enough bow? He does, just barely have enough damage output to get rid of that health bar and get himself to level 10. Now, it will, of course, do nothing. And now we just have the final health bar to try and deal with. It can counterattack now, so we do have to show off more gambits. Here comes Ignatz.
Let's give it a try.
And it's not much of a try if you know 100% it will work. But I appreciate your effectiveness nonetheless. Balthus also has a 100% gambit that he can come in and use.
Unleash, pals.
And unleash they will, in the sense of just running straight through it. Lysithia also has a pretty decent gambit.
No time like the present.
And she's going to have a bunch of dudes run in from all sides as Cyril watches on, confused about how Foldin battle tactics work. Not the greatest representatives we've got here, Cyril.
I have an idea.
Ooh, Lawrence, that's a dangerous game you're playing, saying you've got an idea. We all know when people are a little too confident in their gambits, they tend to go wrong. But not today.
Is this okay?
We can't go wrong today, given all the support that we're getting and the lack of charm this monster has. Alright, we are getting to the point where we can consider finishing it off. So, do we have any random XP we want to get? Here is a little healing from Leone. And Claude, it looks like he can even get the XP boost from being next to Wylith.
Much needed.
And now, Raphael, your time to shine has come. Fire that steel bow and finish it off. Level 12 for Raph. Gets him a point of strength. And broke the bow. Yeah, he's real mad that we wasted that steel bow.
Goddess, the beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
Aren't you dead?
We defeated him, somehow. Let's grab the lance and return to the monastery.
Who gets MVP today? Wylith, boring. And now, a special message from Ignatz about how I read your comments.
I'm glad you liked it. You're really good at giving compliments, you know that?
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. At time of recording, we're really close to 3,000, a really cool milestone. Thank you.